Well, hello. I'm in a very empty auditorium at Hamilton waiting for my test results. I just also came out here and spit into the little vial. They give you, it's a little teeny funnel thing that you spit. So I was collecting spit while I was waiting came out here and just spit so much out of the vial, onto my leg, onto my coat, onto the chair, into the woods, I just spit everywhere. And I sanitized the whole area around me. Everybody relax. So, Contemplative Thursday. Now, as you all know, I'm very open about the fact that I'm a person in recovery from drugs and alcohol for many years now. What I have come to understand, though, is that drugs and alcohol were just the thing I reached for first to calm the dis-ease, the unrest, the feeling that there's a hole here that needs to be filled. What I've come to understand with time is that I will always have this hard wiring to overreach for things out there to fill this thing. I know this. The thing is that now with a program of recovery and the dependence on a higher power, as I understand that higher power, I am not as likely to reach for drugs and alcohol, which does not mean that I don't overreach for things. As I've come to understand it and I'm very calm about is the fact that I have 5 garbage cans and 4 lids. So it is my job now to the best of my ability on a daily basis, keep track of where the lids on the garbage cans are. And when a garbage can starts to stink, I got to get a lid on it, and I have the tools to do so. Sometimes I'm aware of that, sometimes I am not at all aware of that. Now, one of the things that I know I will reach outside of myself for is laughs. Because I'm witty, and I'm quick, and I can get a laugh. And here on social media, well, it's all about that. It's all about the yucks for the audience, okay? Now, lately, I've been running my big mouth about things that not everybody thinks are funny and that are actually hurtful to some people. My opinions about stuff in my industry and around me. Okay. It was brought to my attention yesterday. Now, of course, that was mortifying, but at the same time, I'm really grateful it was brought to my attention because, oh, right. When I stepped back, I was like, Billy, that's not funny to everyone, and it's certainly not nice, and it's certainly not the person I want to be seen as, so wow. But then again, okay, that was the self-forgiving of, look, I'm a person in recovery. I have to know that I'm doing my best and that I fell. I fell on that one. Okay, I will own that. So, I don't know directly who was offended or hurt or how many people, so I cannot do what I would do as if I knew that. I would very happily make an amends to that. What can I do to make that okay? I do feel right now that my social media is probably being monitored very closely, and that's also fine. So maybe this will serve as that amends. I do not know, and that is not my business. My business is to do better. I took some things down because it was just not appropriate to leave them on social media. No, that was not funny. It's funny to me and funny to a lot of people I know, but it's not funny and it's hurtful. And just like, okay, be more mindful moving forward and do my best to hope that my actions speak louder than my words and that moving forward my actions make amends for anything that I've done that has offended or upset anybody. So yeah, that's a lot. And well, you know what? I know we're all just trying to get through a very difficult time, and myself as well. So my saying, oh, this laugh will make me feel better, without even consciously knowing that that's what's happening, that's part of the story. Okay. That said, people, I'm grateful that I'm still testing negative. I don't know how. As everyone around me it just keeps going. And wow, my industry, Broadway, is really getting clobbered. You know that I was at To Kill a Mockingbird up until Monday, was I there? Tuesday, to help put Greg Kinnear into the show at his put-in rehearsal. If I'm not mistaken, he did the next night, the first performance was Wednesday of his. I think he did Thursday night show too, and then he's also out now. So they've been doing the show with understudies. Wow. Just yesterday, they announced that they're closing on Sunday to reopen at a smaller theater with a scaled-down production in June. 4 days notice that company just got that, like, you're done till June. And come June, you may or may not have a position because you can downsize, meaning we're going to cut 2 actors out of this, which means that we'll cut that crew out of this, we'll cut this out of that. They can just chop it back. So, wow. I'm glad I got to be part of that, but also I'm in the grateful position of I didn't just find out last night, oh, by the way, Sunday you're done. Again. I mean, I went through that last month with Diana, but it's happening, and it's happening. And the musical The Girl from the North Country, which is the Bob Dylan songbook musical that's at the Belasco Theater, they will be closing on the 23rd of this month, and allegedly that is where To Kill a Mockingbird will move into in June. So that's 2 more shows done and done. This is really tough. So again, I am grateful that I have Hamilton right now. This will be my last Thursday for a while because I'll be doing matinees moving forward on Thursdays. I'm grateful to have a position to go to for a little while I look for something more steady and permanent, but at least I'm spared the swinging all over town, we've discussed this, and the, oh fuck, now what, I'm out of work again. So I'm gonna focus on the gratitude stuff of that. I'm gonna do my best to do better today. And work on the self-forgiving of, you idiot, how did you let that happen? How could you be so stupid as to? I mean, that voice is very loud right now. Okay, I can only let my actions speak louder than my words, and continue to be honest about where I am. And that also means owning when I've been wrong and hurtful. And I was wrong and hurtful. And there's a likelihood that I'll be wrong and hurtful again, but maybe not in this way, and maybe not in that location, and maybe not in that situation. So that's my hope, that's my goal. And I'm just gonna sit here and also hope that my test comes back negative so I can actually go downstairs and work. Last thing, I was gonna be going to Virginia this weekend to see my dad, and we're not going. It's supposed to get 10 inches of snow where he is, so he's the one that said, don't come. So me and noted lesbian Therese Hipkins will not be going. So for the next week, I'm pretty much gonna be sitting around, which in this situation with the pandemic, that's fine. Maybe sitting, again, in self-imposed semi-isolation and quarantine is not the worst thing to ride this out. So, again, acknowledging this is hard right now. This is not easy. I am not having my best, easiest life right now, but I'm sober. And I'm going to continue to work to be more sober in my words and actions. All right. Well, happy Thursday.